and welcome back to my channel. I haven't made a video in a few weeks and I have missed you all so much. Today we are talking about how to reclaim your birthright to feel good regardless of what is going on around you. This video stems from a lot of conversations I have been engaged with over the past few weeks just about how to not react when we are around other people or situations even where we are feeling triggered, or to have more of an experience of being centered and grounded during those moments of activation. So I have been doing a ton of work on this in my own life, and I wanted to share some of what has been really working for me and give that gift to you as well as I continue to practice this, because it is a practice and we're never complete on this journey. My goal for you and my goal for myself in creating this video is to empower you and to empower myself to cultivate a space within of stillness, of love and power, so that we can hear praise and we can hear concerns, considerations, criticisms, and we can feel good regardless. And within that space, we are safe, we are love, we are light. So how do we do this? It is the practice of loving kindness and compassion for yourself, and then from that space out into the world. The first thing you would do in the moment that you are noticing that you're feeling reactionary or triggered is to ground down in the moment and realize that that emotional reaction is coming from like one of three different places. The first place you could be reacting from is your past. Now, this is definitely probable if you notice that you're having a very big emotion or a very big feeling and maybe the situation doesn't necessarily warrant it, allowing that energy to move through you and getting curious about where that might be coming from. And maybe you don't get an answer straight away, but in asking the question, you are recognizing that you are safe now and that that emotion is stored up from your past and it's moving through you so that you can release it. The second reason that you might be noticing that you're having a pretty big emotional reaction is that you are making up something about yourself. Now, this is such a challenging concept, at least it was for me throughout this journey, is I'm like, no, I'm not making it mean this about me, they're making it mean this about me. So what I mean by this is we often take what was said, like if you were to put on a camera or put on a tape recorder and just hear what was said, we take those words and those actions and we add a million different meanings to them and we run off 100 miles an hour into storyland. Oftentimes it's because we have some kind of insecurity there. It makes it way easier for us to go into storyland because somebody else who heard the exact same words, it might not matter at all to that person. Really, your responsibility in this moment is to be like, okay, that is what was said and this is what I'm making it mean. We make up these stories about ourselves. We do that. They don't do that. We do, and then we blame them. We say, you have to change and not say that to me so that I don't have this story about myself, when really, like, the mature thing in the situation is to recognize, like, here's the script of what happened, here's what I'm making it mean. Now I get to turn inward. Now I get to pour that compassion to myself that I even made this story up, and I can accept the fact that they said what they said for who knows why they said it. Maybe it was so thoughtless they don't even know why they said it. If it is pointing to an insecurity there, it's up to us to look at that and like love ourselves back into feeling at peace. Now, the third reason you could be feeling super activated is because you are feeling fear of the future. So if you are someone like me who is healing from some anxiety, you can notice that your brain might just be like, oh my god, but that could happen, oh my god, but that could happen, but that could happen, but that. And so you might have just like a fear-based thinking in your interaction with this person, like, oh my gosh, they think this about me. Oh my gosh, what if this person thinks this? Oh my god, what if this happens in this situation or this happens there? That is like the quickest way to rob ourselves of our peace. In reality, we don't have anything in the future or anything in the past. We have this moment. What happened, happened. What happens will happen. And us worrying about it doesn't change a single thing. All we can do is really just get present in the moment and love ourselves in this moment, and know that the act of doing so and trust that the act of doing so will make our future moments more positive for us. Okay, so the next thing that you want to do is de-personalize. someone else's behavior is 100% all of the time about them and not about you. They have this whole world of experience that we only see like the little tip of the iceberg about. So when we're encountering behaviors that feel challenging to us or comments that feel triggering to us, we can be very compassionate, knowing that that's their experience, and ask, I wonder what they must be going through right now that this is how they're showing up. I think as empathetic beings, what we tend to do is we experience the energy of other people, and we can sometimes confuse it with our own and take it on as our own when we don't need to do that. Okay, so even when we are creating these beautiful energetic boundaries around ourselves, imagining this beautiful healing light protecting our energy and allowing another person's behavior to be about them and depersonalizing it, even from that place, I want us to still see ourselves in this other person. Oftentimes when we react, what we're doing is we are going into survival mode, into separation mode. It's us and them, and we have to compete to win, and there's just scarcity and lack, and none of it feels good. When we bring in loving compassion, loving kindness, we are getting back into abundance. We are getting back into a state that does feel good, and we can truly, genuinely send love even to people who we feel have really wronged us and who have really hurt us. And from this space, we have ultimate freedom. Something that I like to do here is practice a little bit of a meditation, and you can just put one hand on your heart and hand on your stomach and close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths, and I really love to envision my heart as just this radiant light. With every breath that I inhale, it just grows brighter, and then with every breath that I exhale, it expands and it expands, and eventually it grows beyond my body. And from that space, then I can bring the eyes and the face of the people I most love into my mind and practice just sending them love and sending them kindness. Maybe it's, you know, your partner, your kids, your deceased grandfather, anyone who you just feel pure love for. And then you keep expanding that and expanding it to, you know, your friends and your coworkers, to strangers you saw on the street. And you start to, as you do this, start to feel so abundant and so expansive, because you are, like, what you give out is what you receive. So as you give out more love, you generate more within yourself. And it's this beautiful process. And as you continue to do this, you expand to the point where you are giving love, genuine loving kindness, even to those who have triggered you or you have felt triggered around. You are unconditional love, like 100%. Underneath all of the layers, all of the hurts, everything, you are love. And these are just layers on top, like wrapping paper. And you can just unwrap and just be love and love yourself, and then accept that love and pour it out. And when you are in this space, that is the space from which you can make the determination of, you know, what are some next steps maybe I want to take or not take with this particular situation or individual that I had been feeling triggered around. So you're not attempting to change someone. However, you are transforming how you respond to that, and you are choosing how much time you spend with this person and how much energy you're giving this person, right? Those are all things that are within your control. Now, with all of this, it is obviously a practice, and I find that it is so much easier to practice this when I am filling up my cup first. And I know you hear that, we all hear that, but truly finding those practices that really raise your vibration and that you can count on, and you know that they're going to feel good, you know you're going to feel more joyful after you've completed them, and being intentional about doing them every day, and if not every day, most days. An example of this would be for me waking up, having coffee, and doing my morning pages and sitting in meditation before I do anything else. It is so easy as busy people in this world to just get up and go. Just sitting down and being intentional and giving a gift like that to yourself does wonders in how you get to show up for other people. And then looking at things like your health, you know, are you drinking enough water? Taking immunity boosters or supplements like elderberry syrup or a multivitamin or probiotic or echinacea, zinc, or whatever you feel works best for your body. Getting back in the swing of taking those things that you know are going to fill you up and bolster your base level, which is your health. And for me as well, just getting my body moving as often as possible is so important. Yoga, running, just getting a sweat, and really allowing your body to rest. Are you sleeping? Giving yourself an opportunity to take a nap. Like, these sound like basic things, but they really, really have such a huge impact on your ability to maintain that presence over your own inner peace and reclaim that feeling of happiness regardless of what is going on around you. And are you giving yourself an opportunity to play? This is such a big one, whether it's creative pursuits that you want to do, or maybe it's something like what I do. I love to go to Disney World randomly. It just ignites this sense of like wonder within myself, and it fills up my cup. And so figuring out what those things are for you and giving yourself permission to do that, and not letting it be something you can negotiate out of. Like, really put it on your calendar. Give yourself an opportunity to play and to enjoy your own company, and to really allow yourself to tap into a higher vibration. And just recognizing that we do get to be the authors of our lives and of how we feel in a day-to-day basis. Acknowledging that you're human and that you're not a robot, and that you are going to feel reactions in your body, and what you choose to do with those are entirely up to you. But you get to feel good regardless of what's going on. You are safe. You are love in your essence and in your core, and you are so, so divinely worthy of feeling good. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this resonates with you. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, ring the bell so that you can be reminded of notifications of all my future videos, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where I post a lot more frequently about these topics and more. And until my next video, keep feeling good. Bye guys.